This is a bigger pistol.
This is a smaller pistol.
Choose what you want more. You guys requested a video, which is...
Yes, SSP18 versus SSP1. Which one is better? Which one do we prefer?
Honestly, like the resume of this video will already be, it's like a taste preferencing. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna be on team SSP1 and Joseph is gonna be on team SSP18.
Which is exactly what it is. I really like this platform and I'm gonna keep using this one.
I'm just gonna start with something that I like more, okay? Magazine capacity. I have 31 BBs in those magazines.
And I only have 25, 24? I think that's correct.
Something along those lines, yeah.
It's hard to argue with that. Like, it is what it is. You have more capacity.
Yeah.
And more gas as well.
More gas as well, yeah. Because those magazines are bigger, if you use CO2, it doesn't matter. A capsule is a capsule. But on the green gas magazines of a high kappa base, you just have more gas inside. So if it's colder and you put black gas in there, you will have, you know, more shots after all.
That's true. I'm gonna attack with something else.
Yeah.
It is heavier. And if it's a sidearm, do you really need the capacity? Mostly lives in your holster, and I prefer a lightweight package with slightly less BBs. And to be fair, I usually don't need too many BBs to hit.
If you have an assault rifle and this is your backup, I agree. But if I'm a sniper and this is like the sniper is my backup more or less, and this is my primary, which it very often is, then having more BBs is not a bad idea. But let's move on. Trigger.
Some of you guys don't like that this trigger is a little bit harder to pull because I want it closer to the real steel. It's not like real steel heavy, but it is heavier. I like that. But if you like lightweight triggers...
Yeah. Like the trigger of the SSP18 really, it's... You touch it a bit, the shot breaks. So follow-up shots are easier on this one, okay, in theory, but because the SSP1 kicks a lot harder than the SSP18. Follow-up shots, I would say it's the same.
Yeah, it's a preference. You know, some people like lightweight triggers. I think most people would like lightweight trigger.
Yeah.
I like this one. Hard to argue with that. But next serious blow is full auto.
I mean, can't argue with that one.
If you want full auto.
But to be fair, so the full auto systems in Airsoft come with the disadvantage of a less smooth slide and a more complex trigger mechanism and also a harder trigger. Inefficiency, yeah?
Inefficiency in general, because you are just dumping gas, dumping BBs, and it's not just gonna last as long as when you are shooting just single.
But also from a mechanical standpoint, high kappa base is just more simple. It is more simple, and in theory it would last longer. Which, you know, it depends on the material choice and so on, and I wouldn't say that they one lasts longer than the other, but on paper this one lasts longer. And
this is actually the proof, because this is your very first SSP1, correct?
This is a SSP1 that's now 3 years old, I think, and I think I'm not lying when I say this shot 30 to 50,000 BBs. It looks like it wouldn't work anymore, but when I put in a mag, works like on the first day. So sound-wise, this is the more quiet pistol, and this can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing. If you want to scare people, the full auto scares people, but with single shot, this one is just a lot of pistol.
It's very loud, especially on CO2. We played today with both guns. We did 1v1. This is loud.
Yeah.
I could hear you when you are shooting at me. I don't get scared, but I can see why people would get scared. Now, with that being said, this is not quiet either.
No, it's not quiet either. But coming back to gas efficiency, okay, on paper this system is more gas efficient, but because it kicks so much harder, you just get this efficiency in the form of kick. So after all, you do get about the same amount of BBs out of those two platforms.
Next blow.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, long mags, that's just cool, eh? Can't argue with that.
Okay, what else do we have? Non-dropping barrel.
Yeah.
Non-dropping barrel, ideal for suppressors, ideal for tracer units.
This gun will shoot more accurate at longer distances because it shoots heavy BBs. Man, you're the one arguing. What am I doing? You argue for your pistol.
Yeah, we have 0.32 gram BB for this one. We have 0.28 in the CO2 variant. Okay, I'm gonna add to your bucket a little bit.
Yeah.
who needs this heavy BBs? I'm shooting 25s in either of those platforms.
Yeah, it depends what you want to use it for. If you want to snipe with it, 32s are not a bad idea. It shoots really accurate. Like with 32s, this pistol blows this one out of the water, definitely.
But I'm not trying to snipe. This is my CQB gun for close quarter combat.
Where you want also a fast flying BB. Like you want your BB to be fast.
Exactly. Okay, I have another one. Ease of disassembly and adjusting
I was
the hop
about
up.
to say that.
So now I can adjust the hop up.
Okay, let me show you.
Done. Was not so slow either.
But that's because I
Because
have a lot of practice with this.
You've done it a couple of times, let's say.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree, it's
times.
a lot faster on this one. Especially like in the field, like, oh, you need my hop up. Just do it, on the go. Cocking indicator. I have a hammer. And you're now gonna say, oh, there's a hammer, so it's worse. But
Exactly. It's worse because it's not on the inside. Something can get stuck there. But yeah, you can see if it's charged or if it's cocked back, you know, the hammer, if you can fire.
so in SSP1 you have a lot of things that are, I don't want to defend your pistol again, but they're not really needed, but they're still fancy to some degree. You do have a grip safety, so if you don't, hold the grip, and because the trigger is so sensitive, the idea is that it's still unsafe, because I can't drop the hammer if I'm not holding the gun.
Yeah. And also you have an actual safety.
Yeah.
For me, I think that is an inferior design, but having a safety for some people is a must even. But they won't activate it.
Okay,
so.
they won't use it properly, and also you might engage it on accident. Size. This is a bigger pistol.
This is a smaller pistol.
Choose what you want more. I would say that as a secondary, a smaller pistol is better. As a primary, having your sights further apart is in theory an advantage, doesn't really matter.
Well, honestly, we can say this is for snipers because you use the pistol more. But you have full auto here.
Nah, I wouldn't say so that this is for snipers. I wouldn't say so.
No? For snipers, it's the SSX-23.
Yeah, also that. But generally speaking, I think this is the ideal pistol size. This is on the a bit too big side, I would say. Like sometimes people touch the grip and they go like, that's like a big pistol.
Which is maybe something that you want. You want to feel it. You want to feel that you have a proper pistol in your hand, you know?
Okay, this feels like a real Glock. But a real Glock also doesn't feel like a real gun.
Yeah, it's lightweight.
Yeah,
this is whole plastic.
Yeah. And this one feels more like a real gun, even though this feels more like the real Glock. So it's hard to explain, but...
So you said you have arguments for this one. Maybe you can help me out a little.
You have a thread on there.
Oh yeah, there is a thread. I don't need a thread adapter because it's already included. I'm not gonna put anything there.
You can put a tracer there, which I think it's useful. Like if you play CQB only, a tracer is absolutely useful. You're just a resale guy. You go like, it's not like the real one. But to be fair, this one is more expensive, and for the price of this one, I can get a thread adapter. I think that's it. Like there's no, as we said in the beginning, there is not really conclusion. Each of them have their purpose, and they're both great pistols.
This discussion really is a hard one because they're just so different.
Yeah.
I'm playing with this one, and you play.
And I play with this one, with that one.
And we both use it, and we are both happy with the pistols. So really, pick the one that will fit you the most.